looked so short there for a second. What happened there? What happens? Good morning, lamb tops. Good morning, good morning. Welcome in. Welcome to another day. Welcome to another day, another SHEEPIUM podcast. Good morning, gamers. Welcome in. Good morning, moms. How are you doing? Yes, this is my... we're going to be interviewing my biological father today, chat. My dad, real live and in the robo flesh. On stream. Lloyd, good morning, good morning. Storm, good morning. Bruce, good morning. Reading screen cap thingies for possible memes. Sheep. I'll be sharing my dad's VTuber avatar after the stream over on the Discord server. So don't worry. Don't worry, you'll get the most out of Major Weeb today. Lulu's real dad! I hope so. If the milkman's not my father, I sure hope that this one is. Welcome in! Hi, everybody! Welcome to the SHEEPIUM podcast. My name is Lulu Funny Gamer Sheep. And I want to extend a big thank you. Not to my voice. My voice is critting today. A big thank you to the wonderful swag and the wonderful pancake in chat that illustrated my dad's VTuber model. The mailman? We only ever had a male woman. I have so many questions. I hope your day's amazing. Sibo, hi, welcome in. Hi, Brendan. Hi, good morning, lamb chops. Good morning, welcome in. Happy weekend. It's almost our weekend. I hope you guys are excited. I'll be at VTuber Expo tomorrow for a meet and greet. And then on Sunday for Tetris tournament. Don't miss it. Don't miss it, don't miss it. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are excited. Are you excited, Chad? Are you excited for my dad? We've never done something like that before. I've turned my roommates into VTubers before. My brother is working on his first model. You will not know who he is. I'm sorry, Chad. No free cloud on my stream. And now my dad? Oh god, every family member of mine is becoming a VTuber. This is terrible. Let's go, Tilda! Heck yeah! Also, chat, don't forget I have a concert on Sunday. At about 1 p.m. local time at Abunai in the Netherlands. Don't miss it. Papa Mia Lucian. Kuruma Lotion. Kuro Papa. Ruru Papa. Many names for one man. Many names for the man, the legend himself, Major Weeb. Roommates, plural, what I've missed? Oh, so much. Make Sunday. What? What? I have no friends to go that will care. Timley, congrats! Congratulations! The man, the myth, the legend, the dad! The man, the myth, the legend, the VTuber. Ayo! I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are excited. Okay. Okay, I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. I'd watch a Kuruma Lucian anime. Oh, heck yeah! Me too, me too. Do you think they would cast me as me? Or you think they would cast Danny DeVito? Okay, Chad, are you ready? Are you ready for the podcast? You guys know how this goes. You guys know how this goes. I'm ready. Let's morb. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Major Weeb. And before we get started, the SHEEPIUM podcast is brought to you by Gamer Subs! !GG in chat, or check the description below to get 10% off your Gamer Subs with code HOLYSHEEP to be 10% more awake for less. And if you guys like keyboards and gamepads, if you guys like headphones and durable equipment, may I recommend you Turtle Beach! Get 10% off your Turtle Beach order with code KUROMIA or check the description below for a 10% discount. Thank you, mods! Thank you, sponsors! I also want to quickly thank Pancake in chat and Swag in chat for illustrating my dad's VTuber model. Father Dearest, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Name Redacted and the Lamb Chops know me as Major Weeb. Unfortunately, I am not very good at English, and I was worried to accidentally reveal Lulu's nationality if I were to appear live on her little show. So instead Lulu translated all my answers and I will be reading them in this robot voice instead. One day in the future I would like to appear on my daughter's show, but I have a lot more to learn. I hope this will be enjoyable to everyone nonetheless. Ba, as you say.
I want to thank everyone again for sending in questions for the past month for my dad to answer. We're utilizing Muton today just because my dad's English was not up to par. His internet connection's not really good, and streaming in the same room with the same mic would have been very difficult. And there is a lot he doesn't know about the entertainment industry, so this is how we're gonna do this today. I hope that 1 year from now we can have him actually on stream and he can go and play a game with us. Would chat like that? I sure hope we do. I sure hope we do. Onar Kuromita Papashin. Kuromaloshin, that's my father. Would you guys like to straight up jump into your questions? Because this is automated. Because everything has been translated beforehand for me into my native language. And then from my dad's native language response back to English. We can't take any last minute questions today. However, I'm really grateful for all of the amazing questions that chat has sent me. Some of which were handed in double, so I'm just gonna let him read the ones that he has already answered. Some of them were way too many. We sat there until I think 4 a.m. last night, working through all of these questions and answering them. So big thanks to my dad for being part of this, and big thanks to chat for making this possible. Now, our first question is from Swag. Who is your favorite Nikkei character and why?
My favorite Nikkei is Blonde. She reminds me of my wife, name redacted, when we first met. Don't tell her, but she is an old lady now, but she is still the young woman in my heart from year redacted. We met at a summer party and her brother introduced me. When I showed my wife a picture of Blanc and told her she reminded me of her, she hit me with a dish towel.
There was a long tangent when we talked about this. There was a long tangent about my dad brought this up at Sunday lunch while my mom was doing dishes. I absolutely am chopped. My mom doesn't like anime, and my mom sure as heck does not like Nikkei. She likes lottery less, so I think it's a good middle ground? Question mark? I think it's a good middle ground for my dad to play Nikkei instead of the lottery, but I don't think she's a fan. I don't think she liked hearing that. I don't think she liked being reminded of being old TM. That's Loki, so adorably sweet, right? Adorable. A lot of these made me cry when I was translating them. A lot of these made me cry. Some of them, we were on a voice call because, like on the phone, like old people that we are, because my dad's internet is not really good. And he didn't understand some of the questions, even in translation. So I had to explain a lot of stuff to him. Our next question is also by Swag. And this one is, what do you like most about Lulu? Oh God, I know what's coming.
If you mean Lulu the character, I like the purple model she uses the best. I had to look at all her 40-something vtuber models and clips the past hour, and I could have spent that time watching One Piece. I did not know of most of her models or her spending habits on tubing, but I am glad she has a job that allows her to be anime, since she was into anime and manga for a long time.
That's true. I've been a weeb for, what, over 20 years? 2 decades of weebdom? I think my dad's been a weeb for longer than that, though. I think he's watched more anime than me. Lulu has become anime. Reject 3D flesh vessel. Embrace anime.
I like this model because it looks the most like her, and I am proud she has something she is happy with, since I know that Lulu was never a fan of being on camera or being in front of a lot of people.
That's so true. Slash. That's so true. I always hate it. I always hated when, like, I don't know if Chad has ever had this, but if you have ever had performances in, like, kindergarten, nursery, primary school, for like Crimbus and stuff. I hated those. I hated being cast as anything. I didn't like being in front of people. I liked being in the animal costumes. I liked being a tree. I didn't mind learning voice lines. I just didn't like being in front of people. It's weird. I still don't like it. I still don't like it.
If you mean Lulu, my daughter, I am proud that she has grown up to find things that she loves and enjoys without just doing what her parents told her. She never listened anyway. She always knew she had a path of her own, and I am glad she found it. In recent years I was worried she had a job that she hated, since she never shared anything about her work life apart from working really late and long hours.
That's true.
Thank you for taking care of her.
Thank you, Lamb Jobs. She never listened anyway. That's true. That's true. My mom really wanted me to be a lawyer. My dad just wanted me to be a teacher or something that I could enjoy. Something with people. But I never listened anyway. I didn't go to college for these things. I didn't do what my parents wanted me to do. And they were always worried in the back of their mind that I would do something just for them and regret it later in life, but I don't think they had the cojones to tell me. He's making me cry. No, don't cry! Oh my god, I cried so much. I cried so much translating these yesterday. We went on a long tangent talking about all of the times I like dropped out or moved away or did stuff and didn't tell my parents, because I share stuff with my older siblings. I don't share a lot with my younger siblings in terms of my life. And when I became a streamer, I didn't tell my dad. If you guys remember the short where I talked about that my dad found out that I'm a VTuber, it's true. I didn't tell them. I didn't tell my parents anything. My mom still doesn't know. I hope she doesn't watch this. I hope she doesn't one day learn English and watch this. This is terrifying. I don't think she'd approve. I don't think she's a fan. For real, he's so freaking sweet. He was so sweet. Sorry, I need a cough moment there. He was so sweet about it. I didn't think that we've actually done something very similar recently. For my birthday in April, I gifted my dad a book that was experiences from my dad's childhood, because he doesn't talk about it a lot. He talks about his work a lot, and he talks about like being a teen and being an adult a lot, but he doesn't talk a lot about his childhood. So for my birthday, I was just wanting him to fill that in, and I thought he was gonna like, you know, do the dad thing and like write one sentence answers to the thing, but the book wasn't enough. He handed me more pages and pictures in front, like on top of it. That was incredible. Oh. Your dad is amazing, served his country, and is very supportive of his daughter. He's super supportive of all of his kids. It's not just me. It's not just me. I promise he doesn't play favorites. He really doesn't. He really doesn't. That's so cool, right? If you get a chance to do that with your parents at some point, or with your grandparents. I have one like that with my grandma too. But I had to quiz my grandma for her book because she couldn't read or write very well. So I had to ask her and write everything down in my shoddy handwriting. But I do have one from my grandma too. Meant to say kids. Yeah. Never told us your dad is good at pulling on heartstrings. It's a surprise to me too. When I first read that book, after he gave it to me on my birthday, I cried like a baby. And then I had to go because that arrived like 2 hours before the birthday subathon, where we were here for 2 weeks straight, and I couldn't finish it because I cried so hard. I cried so hard the streams of my tears lifted me off the ground. And he was very nice about it. I think it's very sweet. The next question we have is from Zane in chat. And it's, I thought, as we, the lamb jobs, we've been calling you Papa Sheep, me mostly, for a while now. I was wondering if you'd have a preference on what we should call you.
I thought they called me Major Weeb. I am fine with any nickname, as long as it's not derogatory. Lulu doesn't want me to give out my real name, so Paper Sheep is acceptable.
Paper Sheep?
Paper
Sheep! Not Papa Sheep! I told him the blah story, and he's been bullying me the entire call, by the way. The entire call he was going blah. And he watched a lot of older videos, so I've also gotten a lot of imitations, but they were very, very, very bad. They were but my dad doesn't listen to metal. My dad listens to like classic rock. And then whatever the hell is on the radio. That's been a thing. Oh, and oh my god, ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, like crazy. I don't understand why, but I'm so glad he likes it. He's Major Weeb. What is his rank after he retired from the military? Oh, that was one of the questions in the Q&A, but he didn't feel comfortable answering it. Because it's a little bit doxing. So I hope Chad understands that we can't do that. From Bruce, we got a question. What's your favorite memory about Lulu? We talked about this for a hot second because I always thought it was the picture. It was the hat picture. My dad's military uniform had a hat. But he's better at telling the story, so here's the story.
There are a few pictures I have in my office. Now it's just an office, but I had them at work with me to embarrass Lulu in front of my colleagues.
Real, I've seen it. He's bullied me.
I was in the military before I retired. I had been in the military my entire life since I was drafted out of school. I would always make time to go home for Christmas and birthdays, for Lulu and her siblings. One year I missed Christmas Eve and I did come back with no presents. Most of my children and my wife were really angry, but Lulu just wanted my hat.
That's true.
There is a picture of her as a toddler wearing my hat under the Christmas tree.
That's true. I'm wearing like Christmas-themed pajamas, and then I wear my dad's hat, which covers most of my face. I look very ominous with the shadow over my eyes. Very ominous. The hat. The hat. Chat, listen. When I was younger, I just wanted to be my dad. My dad was weightlifting. I thought that when I first saw clips from the Terminator when I was younger, like bits of the Terminator when I was younger, that they are the same person. He was that Terminator. Because he looked like that. And I got in a lot of trouble in school because teachers thought I was like deliberately lying until they met him.
I got to attend one of her shows when she was in acting school, and even though I did not speak the language, I kept the ticket to her show in a frame as well. I was always worried she would give up on acting when she got older, and do what she thought her mother and I wanted from her. I am proud she did not. That's the hat picture. I remember among my children Lulu was the only one interested in fishing and hunting, and we caught and grilled many fish during summer holidays, especially after her older siblings moved away. I have few friends in my hometown, and it was nice to go fishing with her like I would with my friends at her age. Even though there were some incidents.
Oh god. When my dad says incidents, do you guys remember the short? Do you guys remember the short about the fishing hook? We made a short. I think it was still in the Nun model. Like a solid at least 6 months ago. A long, long time ago. I went fishing with my dad and there was a bite while my dad was in the bushes. Unhydrating himself, and I had to go and grab his fishing rod to go and pull out the fish. And he keeps all of his spare hooks in the foam grip of the fishing rod, and I didn't see it. I was very small little lamb chub, and I got one of those like two-way hooks stuck in my hand, and I had to go to the hospital and get last-minute surgery. I had to go and get that removed and get stitches. And my dad bribed me with money so I would never tell my mom. And I never told my mom. Never! Not once! Not once. The fish was very delicious. I'm glad you asked. Not the hook in the hand! It's like that SpongeBob horror story. The hack slashing... The hook hand sheepa. It was very scary. It was very scary. I got injured a lot as a kid, but I think my dad's like the most unlucky person when it comes to injuries. It's genetic, chat! The low attention span is genetic!
I know she made a YouTube mini video about this, but she had to have a fishing hook removed from her hand. I keep my spare hooks in the grip of my fishing rod. She never told her mother that happened, and she didn't cry or complain.
Yeah, built different.
She's really strong. And she did not pay me to say this.
I didn't! I promise! I promise, he really said that shit. I would never lie to you. I would never lie to you. There's a bunch bunch of work incidents and countryside TM incidents with my dad. Like the one time he sawed into his knee on accident, and I was the first responder, and I was like a small teen. The one time he had a saw blade escape and bounce off of his chest, and I was the first responder. It's terrifying, cha. My dad is a DIY guy, but at what cost? At what cost? Strong CP just like her old RAM. Wait, old RAM sounds perfect. What the hell? Sees Lulu give 5 gifted over the counter. I did not pay him to say this. Never. I would never rig the results like this, chat. I would never. Also from Bruce, we have a question. There were a lot of anime questions, and there were a lot of the same questions, so I'm gonna go with Bruce's. Bruce was asking, what's your favorite anime?
One Piece is my favorite. Lulu introduced me to many anime by now, but One Piece is still my favorite.
True. I don't know how many rewatches he's on right now. He was trying to rewatch again when I was rewatching, but then new episodes kept coming out. And I do believe that he's up to date. Somebody asked for favorite character, and it's Chopper. I got him, when I was in Japan, I got him a bunch of figurines. I don't know if he has them on display or not, because I know he is very embarrassed about being a weeb. Because I know he's very, very embarrassed about being a weeb, but I do know that that he has them. The next question from Bruce is, what is your favorite video game?
I played all of the Command and Conquer series multiple times, and
That's
I like
true.
the new Metal Gear Solid games. I know Lulu is not good with stealth games now. She takes so long to finish a mission and doesn't pay attention. She needs to stop talking about snakes redacted and how the men in the series should kiss.
Listen!
I cannot believe you put up with this every time she does her show.
It's an important part of my personality, okay? I'm not a degenerate. Chat, this is when my dad calls me a degenerate live on my stream, I swear to God. Why? Why? When he was listing all of his games, he was talking about like all of these military themed games, and I was asking him if he had any games that weren't military themed that he liked, because I know that he also plays Nikke, but Nikke is also a military themed game. Like Nikke is, despite its physics and its plot, also a military themed game. That Dumpy is distracting at times. Why? Zane is right. Zane is right. They shouldn't. If they didn't want me to look at Solid Snake's Dumpy, they wouldn't have made him so scrumptious. They wouldn't have made him so moist and sparkling, okay? They wouldn't have set that game in the rain. They wouldn't have set ground zeros in the rain if they didn't want people to look at his Dumpy. I'm sorry. That's how the world works. They know their target audience. Degenerates like meat. I forgot to ask more than one question. No, I'm glad you guys asked so many questions. I'm glad you did. So, because my dad plays mostly military-themed games, I wanted to know if he has any games that aren't military-themed that he likes.
I have always been interested in military setting games, but I also played games with less violence. I enjoy strategy more, but I am not a fan of fantasy games, or turn-based RPGs. They have too little input for choices. I did play a lot of Atari and arcade games back in the day, and I like Donkey Kong and Tetris.
Yeah!
A lot of new shooter games are about competition. I don't like that much.
I think that's a genetic thing. I'm not a big competitive person, and I think I got that from my dad. We don't like playing versus games at all whatsoever. Like, we never played fighting games. I watched him play a lot on the Atari, and we like took turns playing Pac-Man and stuff like that. And I did get his Atari when I was younger, because none of my siblings were really into video games. So I got to keep it. I got to play some Pac-Man. I got to play some Pac-Man. I did show him Apex, which he couldn't play because the ping was so bad. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. I did show him Star Rail. And he asked me if it was a boy kissing game. It can be anything you want it to be, father. Don't be so judgmental. I showed him older Final Fantasy for the 3DS. For the Nintendo DS, not the 3DS. Final Fantasy 3. He played it a little bit, but he was really bored with how little choices there were. He did play a little bit of Pokemon with me when I was younger. Because I would get frustrated so easily and drop stuff, so he would keep it alive for me. And I think the only versus game that we really played together was chess. When 2020 hit, we would Skype call and play chess over distance. We would play chess or what is it called with the ships on the paper? A battleship versus. That's the only thing. But I do believe he let me win a lot. I don't think that I'm this good at any of these games. Same, I'm a co-op guy, right? Sometimes it's nicer this way. I think he would love Ready or Not. Wait, Gooba, can you put it in the Discord server? I wanna go send it some. Maybe in the future we can play a game together on stream. I think it'd be funny. Even if we don't have voice input from my dad. I think it'd be fun. Another one from Bruce. What is the most embarrassing thing you remember that Lulu did? Now, Chad, please keep in mind, I'm ancient. I'm one of many children. Please don't judge me too harshly, okay? Okay?
Lulu was always way too much into anime back when it was not cool to be into anime.
Yeah!
She got bullied a lot and I sometimes understand why. One time she got detention for getting into a fight with a teacher about the booble size of an anime woman.
That's true. It was a physical fight. She got suspended
for writing romantic fanfiction stories on a school computer. I can't believe there is a word for this. I once got called by her teacher because Lulu was charging other children for being her friend. She wanted to save up to go on holiday, and I made her return the money to the other children. I think it was smart, but out of place for 3rd grade.
This is so much all at once. Wait. Wait, there's so much. Jeez, there was more, by the way. There was more. These are the only ones that I decided to translate because he was absolutely freaking roasting me. I can't. So, I was bullied a lot for being into anime because there were those stupid AF Naruto headbands everywhere. Okay? We don't talk about that. I did get detention for shrimping over a anime woman character in a really unpopular show. And my classmates were making fun of me for liking her because she had huge honka-donka zonkaroos. And it turned into a physical fight where both parties got in-school suspension. So we had to sit in separate rooms and do homework for a whole day. He also told you about the potato thing, but you guys know the potato story. You guys know how I got detention for a whole month because I broke a window with a potato because we were playing American football with a potato inside a classroom. I will not comment on this. He talked about I got suspended for writing romantic fanfiction. That went a little bit too far. In my defense, I was a teenager and I really wanted to write these two characters kissing. But my teacher had access to my computer. I was just sitting there typing away happily, being the creep that I am, being the weirdo that I am. The teacher pulls up my computer screen. We were supposed to do a IT programming thing, and I got distracted. I was sitting in a little TXT document and writing, so I could put it on a USB later with minimal storage space. We've always been efficient here, chat. And the teacher pulls up this very explicit scene on the projector in front of the whole class and goes, "Something's not right here." And he starts reading, and he reads quietly, and you can just see his face drop as he gets to the spicy parts. Must not recite the forbidden scripts. I got in big trouble for that. My teacher did not like that. So I told my dad about the word fan fiction, and he can't believe that there's a word for it. He can't believe that the word bacon lettuce exists either. I did talk about it in the past that I had friendship subscriptions. There were people in my class that really wanted to be my friend because my mom would carpool. And the other kids didn't want to go and take the bus. Whatsoever. So they would be really nice to me, and I would be like, oh yeah, you can be my friend and carpool with us. You can do that if you would be so kind and pay $10 a month to be my friend. And the kids were like, yeah, sure. And my little kid brain was like, oh my god, I'm gonna save up so much money, I'm gonna go to Jamaica. I don't know why Jamaica specifically. Maybe I've seen it in a catalog, maybe I've seen it in a movie, and my brain just went, yeah, this seems like a nice place to be. So I was saving up. I think I made it to like 200 currency until my dad caught me and he made me return all of it. She's a little obsessed with money. I always wanted to be a big cash stonk money dollar sheep. Life had other plans. My life had other plans. Now that I got completely freaking roasted by my own father. I can't believe he said, I understand why. Wow, rude. Top 10 anime betrayals. From Anonymous and from about 15 other people that did not leave the anon space blank. Does Lulu is man? Father, does Lulu is man?
Laughing. Yes. Lulu wanted to wear a suit to her prom so she could go with her friend. She wasn't allowed to by the school.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I was barred from prom because I said, if I gotta show up, I want to wear a suit. And my grandma helped me make a tailored suit. And I wasn't allowed to. I really wanted to go with my friend who couldn't get a prom date. She was dumped by her boyfriend. Like, publicly dumped. During break when promposals, like people asking for prom, were going on. It's not as elaborate as American promposals where there's like a whole parade around it. But she got dumped very publicly, and literally the same hour of lunchtime, this guy turns around to another girl and goes, so now that I'm single, can we go to prom together? And she said yes. So to cheer her up, I was gonna go to prom with her, just to upsetty spaghetti that guy, but the school didn't let me. The school didn't let me. So here's the long-awaited answer to does Lulu is man? My dad said yes. My dad said yes. Why, Lulu did man? Let's go. Does Lulu is man? Yes. Oh, that's horrible, right? That's horrible. That's horrible. It has a happy ending. The girl that asked to prom did stand him up. She did not show up to prom. She had better things to do. She was partying elsewhere, and she had a great day. My friend and I didn't go to prom because I wasn't allowed to go in a suit. And we were hanging out at the local watering hole, and she met her now husband. So I think there was a happy ending to the story. She now has three children. And she also moved to the Britlands, so I get to see her sometimes. I'm the truest sheepy with the PP. Oh my god, don't tell my dad the sheepy with the PP joke. He's gonna disown me, I swear. Now, while we're on marriages and marriage proposals, from Toasties, may I have Lulu's hand in marriage? May Toasties have my hand in marriage, father?
How many goats are you offering?
How many goats is Toasties offering? Open-ended question. We did not get a conclusion. We did not get a yes or no. We did not get a yes or no. But that was my dad's favorite. Whenever I had a crush when I was a kid, he would always be like, how many goats are their family offering? It's a meme! Based. Oh my god. Also on the topic of romance and relationships, Toasties asked, do you have any advice for relationships? Romantical and non-romantical relationships. And my dad went on a huge tangent, so I had to narrow it down a little bit. Because otherwise this would be half of the podcast today. For those interested in relationship advice coming from me, we did a past episode, I think 2 episodes ago, we did relationship advice, where chat was submitting all of their questions about relationships and friendships, and I was answering them to the best of my ability. I don't know if they're helpful or not, but my dad's answer made me cry when translating it, so please have a listen.
I think that nowadays young people are very much influenced by romance movies, books and television.
True.
Back when I met Lulu's mother, there was no competition. It was easy to be kind and give a girl flowers, and she had nothing to measure it by.
GG's.
I think it's hard for boys now to compete with everything that is out there. I am probably not good at relationship advice. I only ever dated Lulu's mother, and I got divorced and remarried.
Sure.
I think every relationship is hard work, and not every day can be good. It does not need to be dramatic to fall in love, or to fall out of love. It has to have meaning to you both. My friends did not understand when I got married to Lulu's mother, but they were happy for me to have found someone I loved and who would be with me, even though my job was very dangerous and I was very busy.
Absolutely based. I know that my dad's friends still didn't want to hang out with my mom in the room. Even when I was like old enough to understand what was going on. They were not a fan. I don't think they really liked each other. Especially after the divorce and remarriage arc. TM. Yeah, that's true, by the way. That's true. My parents got divorced and then they got remarried. Which I think was the wildest ride. Whenever that comes up, they're like really embarrassed about it. I think my dad's calmed down a little bit about it, and my mom is still really embarrassed by it. So don't tell her that we talked about it on the podcast, Chad. Don't tell anyone. When he was talking about romance and romance movies and no competition, he also means that like people are expecting so much because a lot of romance is idealized in a way that no other form of relationship is in media nowadays. So I think what he wanted to say is like adjust your expectations more than, you know, you have so much competition in 2D or 3D gacha gamble, man. When I was translating it, I was like, yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. But you know what, chat? None of that romance watching, none of that dating is worth anything if you are not awake enough. Did you guys ever hear about gamer subs? Did you guys know that you should get 10% off your gamer subs and be 10% more awake with code HOLYSHEEP right now? Check out the link in the description below. Or check the description of the podcast after you listen to it over here on Spoofify. And get 10% off your gamer subs with code HOLYSHEEP. And if you guys want to write a modern day love letter, you should go and use the Turtle Beach keyboard because they're nice and reliable and beautiful. RGB lit keyboards, heck yeah. Go check out Turtle Beach in the description below. Or !turtle in the chat right now to get 10% off your Turtle Beach order with code KUROMIYA. Thank you, sponsors! Thank you for the perfect sponsor segue opportunity. The answer goes on, by the way. There is more. There is more romance and relationship advice. Go, take it away, father.
If you find someone you like, they have to show the same amount of effort for the relationship you are showing to them. Don't be cold towards others, whether you are a man or a woman. Always let the other person know that you care about them, and sometimes, if you are lucky, you will get married twice.
I forgot that was in there. I forgot that was in there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's true. That's true. Don't play hard to get, chat. Don't play hard to get. It never worked out for anyone. Tsundere trope does not work in real life. Pops is cooking? For real, for real. That's a good answer, based father. For a fellow weeb, I think that's pretty solid advice, chat. You should go and take some advice from my dad. He actually got so handhold. He has proof he has multiple children. Based father. There is more. Ask him a little bit more about friendship advice. Because we talk about relationship advice a lot on the podcast. We talk about relationship advice a lot on the stream in general. But we don't talk a lot about friendships. And my dad has had friends for life. So this is his answer about friendship advice.
It is harder to make friends when you get older. A lot of people have families and friends will pass away. So spend time with the ones you make in school. Even if they are stupid. Stupid people teach you a lot about life. Stay in touch with your friends even if you move away. Now with the internet and telephones, it's easy to keep friends for a long time.
He has done the handhold. Well, how else would I be here? Yeah, tsundere doesn't work. If anything, it's tiresome. Yeah, I don't think people like chasing after others in that way. As much as media portrays it. Sorry, romance movies. My dad's a hater. It is true, though. It is true. One of my dad's friends passed away a couple years ago, and it was like the saddest thing to watch. Because what do? You don't really meet a lot of friends. You're not forced into environments with people when you get older, right? When you're in school or when you're in college, you meet all of these people because you have to. You have to socially interact. You're in the same institution. You have something in common already. Even if you might not 100% like those people, you could still be good friends or acquaintances with them. And you should stay in touch with the people once you leave. I noticed that a lot when I dropped out of college and when I started doing this job, that it's so difficult. It's so difficult to keep friendships alive or to make new friends in general. Because the older you get, the less available people are. I too have a lifelong friend. I've known him since I was 6 and he was 2. See, that's so sweet. Stay in contact with the people that you grow up with. Please do. It's so precious. And if you've fallen out with friends, I recently reconnected with a couple of my childhood friends because when my dad was giving me this answer, I was like, man, I should really go and message them. I haven't talked to them in like 2 years, and they got back to me, and they're actually really happy to still talk to me. So, chat, don't give up. Don't give up on good friendships. Don't give up on good friendships. Don't be too proud, and don't be too embarrassed about what they know about you and how embarrassed you were when you were a kid. One day you're gonna get married, you gotta have people to invite to your wedding. Stay in touch with your friends. Okay, also from Toasties, why do you play Nikkei? Is it because of the plot? Or the other plot? I like it because pretty women. And here's my dad's answer.
Laughing, Lulu explained the plot joke to me. I like the lottery, and I like collecting. I play Nikkei because it is like the lottery, but less expensive.
That's true. My dad has like 1 million motorized toy cars. He's a big collector of things. I got that hoarder gene from my father. Oh, this one's from Blank of the Blank. If you are a fan of Pokemon, what is your favorite Pokemon?
I played a little Pokemon with Lulu when she was younger. I like the turtle one.
That was his answer, by the way. He didn't elaborate whatsoever which turtle one, because there's multiple. I'm thinking that it's first generation Squirtle, I think his name is. Or any of the evolutions, because I did have plushies of that one. The plot, or the plot. Squirtle, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. He's not big into Pokemon, unfortunately. After the Pokemon question, we got a few more embarrassing ones. This one's from Hino Akuma. Hino Akuma asked, how was Lulu as a kid? This is where my dad would have 1,000,000% doxed me because he kept going by my IRL name. He kept calling me Candace. Okay, let's see if we get to read all of this. So, how was Lulu as a kid, father?
Lulu was a very quiet child.
Unbelievable,
when
I know.
she was about 5 or 6, she did not talk a lot, and she only really played with her friends when it was about art or playing house.
Now it's going to be the dog.
Nobody really questioned those things, but she was still very quiet until high school. She got in lots of trouble fitting in, and she was very bad at making excuses, but she really tried making friends.
Zero social skills.
My wife and her siblings weren't always making it easy, but she still is very good with animals. Our house in Redacted used to be a farm, and we still had lots of animals. She would sleep in the sheds to make sure we didn't slaughter and cook them, and she was very dedicated to raising dogs with me. I think when we got the internet, Lulu got more open and made more friends. She would often talk about the friends she made in online games, and she skipped a lot of school to see her friends there. I think she was very lonely, and I am happy that the internet gave her more friends and made her happy.
That's you, Ja! That's you! It is true. I used to never talk a lot. When I started streaming, I got used to just using my voice in general a little bit more. I went to acting school because I actually just really wanted to get over my fear of talking publicly. Spoiler alert, it did not work as well as I wanted it to. And I did not have a lot of friends growing up. I made most of my friends when I was in high school, just before I dropped out. And I did actually meet most of them through World of Warcraft. Those are the friends that I was talking about earlier. We were in like the same guild and we played the same raids and we would always hang out at the same time. The internet changed a lot for me as a person, but it reduced my outdoors and countryside sheep time to like almost zero. My parents used to have a couple of sheep. My parents used to have pigeons for like, they were remnants of male pigeons. I'm really old. Please don't judge me. I'm really old. And we used to have rabbits. I think originally to be farmed for meat and pelt, but I didn't like that. So ever since I can remember, I would protect them. I would do my best. I would have chained myself to their enclosure so nothing bad would have happened to them. And my dad listened. My dad listened because he was like, I can't have my kids sleep in the shed. I can't have my kids sleep in the shed. This is OSHA violation. Can't do that. OSHA violation. Warcraft! World of Warcraft was so fun. It took like years and years of my life. It took my entire high school time. I dropped out because of World of Warcraft because it was more important. Okay, chat. World of Warcraft was more important. Well, it's surprisingly good at bringing people together, right? And I've never had it with an MMO since, unfortunately. But I'm glad video game got me friends, if nothing else. I remember it was a big deal when we first got the internet CM, as in like Wi-Fi that could reach each individual person's room, and I didn't have to go and plug my laptop into the Ethernet because I could play video game by myself, even though the ping was horrible, so bad, so terrible. But it was so nice to talk to friends until late at night. I think my dad knew, but I would hide under the covers and take my laptop with me and just be on TeamSpeak and very quietly message people or talk to people. You guys remember TeamSpeak? This chat to my listeners, remember TeamSpeak? Before Discord, TeamSpeak was a thing. Wonderful time! It was fun. I played it during high school and taking time played the command line made me ask what I was doing in my life. There's so much fun stuff that happens on raids. Like sometimes you just learn so much about people's lives from hanging out with them and playing one singular raid together. I don't know. World of Warcraft was good. I would love to go back one day, but I don't think I can recreate the good time TM, the feeling, and first making real friends that aren't like, you know, forced to be in school with you, that you just make out of your own interests. You know, the hard work friends. The 100% effort friends. I remember TeamSpeak. Yippee! I'm glad I'm not alone. I'm so glad I'm not alone. IRC and homie. Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Let's go. That was my place to hang around with people. Heck yeah. I believe Command and Conquer also had an online one, but I've never seen my dad play online. The Terminator going to get a cup of water and sees Lulu's room lit up and whispers. I was busy. I think my dad knew. I think he just didn't want to interrupt. I think he was just so happy that I had friends finally that I could hang out with. TeamSpeak and the Battlefield Desert mod. Oh, you guys were modding games back then. You were way ahead of me. Our next question is from Swag. Has Lulu taught you any modern slang or streamer terms? If yes, do you have a favorite one?
I don't like the word weeb. It sounds like a swear word. I like the word coggers and I like the Twitch emotes Lulu has. I don't like the pregnant one.
Sorry, Corey. My dad was not a fan of the mpreg joke. I had to explain the pregnant emote to my chat because when he first saw it, he was like, why is she round? Did you eat too much? And I was like, no, this is a pregnancy emote. And he like, that was visible silence and desk slamming. And he was like, Lulu, what did you do? I think that for a split second, he thought I was pregnant. And then he realized it was me and he calmed down. He was like, okay, what's the joke? So I had to explain the mpreg joke to him. Chat, my dad knows I have no game. My dad knows I have no wrist. There's a millisecond of worry, and then yeah, whatever. This must be some boy kissing stuff. Mpreg in the chat. Do we have the mpreg emote on YouTube? I don't think so. Okay, from Kirspluter. What are your thoughts about your daughter streaming online? Now, this is probably the longest answer. And I didn't want to cut anything down because it's a good one. It's a good one. So, Dad, what are your thoughts about your daughter streaming online?
When I retired, Lulu bought me a smart TV. She does not own a TV, but she really wanted me to watch One Piece and have something to do. She actually bought many technology things. She helped me with a new phone and Bluetooth headset.
Yeah!
It's good to have one child that knows about these things. I didn't know if she could afford these things, and I hope she didn't skip meals for them. I was fine with my CRT TV, but she would not take no for an answer.
True, you gotta watch One Piece.
I discovered streamers and VTubers on YouTube through watching One Piece videos. When I heard her voice in one of the videos, I was really taken aback. I did not think it was true, but the more I watched, I had subtitles to understand her because she speaks very fast. I realized that were my daughter's stories. I like that she has a job she enjoys, but I worry for her safety sometimes. But I know she is smart and does not show her face or talk about her home country to keep us safe. It's not a traditional job, so I am unsure about her future, but she has always found her own path, and I trust her with her life choices. I am proud of Lulu.
Like if you cry every time. That one got me. I got this one in text format. That one got me. It is true. For my dad's retirement, I bought him a smart TV. It's not the biggest TV. It's big enough for his living room. And I had to explain to him how to set it up and use it because he's never had like a... What do you call it? Like a flat TV? Whereas like a monitor. He's only ever had that CRTV that we used to play Pac-Man on. And I was like, this is getting ridiculous. You're gonna spend so much more time at home. Please go watch some documentaries. Watch some anime, man. Watch some anime. So I got him that, and I got him Bluetooth headphones that he can link to either his TV or to his phone, so he can go and watch stuff and not drive my mom insane. Because my mom really doesn't like all of the sound effects and yelling that goes along with anime. So he got headsets. So he can watch whenever, and she doesn't get in his way. None of my siblings are particularly good with technology. Chat knows that I struggle, but I'm the good one, okay? I'm the one that at least knows how to connect the printer. So I'm tech support all the time. The other day I had to explain to my dad how to move stuff from his spam folder in his Google Mail to the regular folder. It takes a while, but I'm doing my best, okay? He was watching VTubers from a company over on YouTube because he hasn't heard about Twitch at that point. And through that rabbit hole, one of my shorts got recommended to him. I don't know if he watched the shorts on TV or on phone. I don't know if you can watch shorts on a TV. If you guys watch YouTube on a TV, I don't own a TV, so I don't know. I bought my dad one before I would buy myself one because I don't have time for that. I got video games to play. I'm not super interested in watching TV. Can watch anime on my computer. This is fine. He saw the one story about us going to the zoo, I believe. And he sent me a screenshot of the subtitles in his native language. And he was like, is this you? And we had to like call. I was really sick. This happened just before I debuted this model. You guys will remember the short where I talked about it. I was over my toilet and I was really sick. And my dad has this talent that whenever I'm sick, his dad senses are tingling. And he just shows up. Like, when I was younger and I was still living in the country, he was like, he would show up on my doorstep. He's gonna be like, oh, you were sick, right? Hold on. There's something wrong with my life. You gotta fix this. And I'd be like, what? Father! What? But I was sick and he found my video and I was very, very embarrassed about it. I was like, I'm gonna get this owned. He's not gonna like this. For all my parents knew I was working a job. I never clarified what I was working. I just told them the hours. And that it has to do with technology. And they were like, okay, I won't understand it anyway. I'm not going to ask any further. So when he found out that I'm doing this, that I'm my own boss, he was very taken aback. And then he saw the new model and he went, oh, you're a Nikkei. Why didn't you tell me that you're a Nikkei? Because the live 2D animation between VTuber models and Nikkei's in the game is very, very similar. So he was very excited. He was very excited. He sadly can't watch a lot of the stream. I know that he's watching today. Hi, Dad. Hello. Welcome to the channel. Hope Mom doesn't see this. But he's still on YouTube and he still watches other VTubers a lot. He had to make a Twitch account so he could go and watch Twitch on his TV. And he doesn't understand Twitch culture in quite the same way. Yesterday he was congratulating me on front page. He doesn't understand what it means, but he said it's probably a big deal, so congratulations. That was so sweet. You can watch shorts on YouTube for TV. Oh, okay, good. So it must have been Lulu equals Nikkei. Hi, Dad. Heck yeah. So that's the story of how my dad found out I'm a VTuber. In the topic of VTubing, Swag asked if you could redesign Lulu's model entirely or design a new model / outfit for her, what would you come up with?
I think she should have a nerd avatar. Something with stink lines. Laughs. I like her model, and I have seen the other one, the one with the black hair strands.
Oh, the goth one,
They
yeah.
are both very good. I am not an artist, so I don't have good ideas for art. Apologies.
That's true. My dad can't even draw a good stick figure. I'm sorry to break it to you. We used to do these window art decoration things. But it was like you would draw little snowflakes and Christmas trees and stuff with like a specialist paint on glass sheets, and you could peel them off and put them in the window for Christmas. And his always looked wonky. And oddly colored, even though my dad is not the colorblind one. Lamau. He has seen the goth model that we're revealing at the moment. He's got to see it first. He had comments on the outfit I will not name on stream today. But he had comments on it. She's, actually. Well, am I really, actually? Are you sure, Ja? Are you sure? I'm not a nerd. I promise I'm normal. Says the anime woman on the internet. Also from Swag, what do you think Lulu's model would taste like if you were to consume it?
Something chemical, it's full of dye or dish soap. Lulu wants me to say lavender, but I think that would taste like dish soap too.
I think he was losing his mind a little bit at this point. Father! Why would you roast me in front of a live studio audience? Rude! Rude! But then at least he can see purple. At least he can see purple. So maybe he's right. Lulu's very humble and modest as far as VTubers go. Yeah, only have like 40 models. That's so little. That's so little. From Cataclysm, we have a question. Have you watched Gundam, the original, or Gundam Wing? If not, this lamb chop would recommend it.
I have not watched the Gundam series yet. I know Lulu recommended them to me, and I have seen Gunpla models before on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm not very sure about the mecha genre, but I will give it a try. I watched Code Geass and I really liked it, but I watched it for the politics and women.
Ayo! That's true. I gave him an overview over the Gundam timeline that one of my mods sent me. And he's interested. It's just a lot to get through. I remember when he retired, I was like, Dad, you gotta get yourself a hobby. And he was like, no, I'm just gonna watch TV. So I'm glad we settled on him getting a TV and watching One Piece. And watching anime, because I was sending him on YouTube like videos and stuff of like model building and miniature painting. You know, nerd hobbies that you can do if you have a lot of time. I didn't want him to be, bored now that he doesn't have to work anymore. And he was interested, but I think the TV kind of... the TV watching and the Crunchyroll account kind of took over. It kind of took over. I hope that in the future he gets to try painting models or building Gunpla models once. just to see if he likes it. Gundam is also political. I think he might enjoy it. He just likes really intricate plot lines and good world building. Papa Romeo, Gunpla Arguen. Exactly. I hope he enjoys it. I hope he finds something that he likes to do. He does have other hobbies outside of anime, but he's not following them as scheduled and as intensely. I know that my dad has a whole, he has like a weekly schedule, like one of those whiteboard schedules that he redoes every week for which anime has a drop that he watches weekly, and then which anime he wants to catch up on or watch episodes of. He's a little bit like me where he wants to wait until a series is finished. But he's watching stuff that's like releasing currently, so he does watch them weekly, and then once it's finished, he watches it all in one go again. It's so good. I can't believe like he gets up at 5 in the morning so he can go and watch his anime at the times that he would normally be awake at for work. He has not deviated from the schedule. A true lamb, chub chat. Just built different. In terms of One Piece and anime, Cataclysm asked, what kind of devil fruit from One Piece would you want if you could have one?
There is one that stops aging, that one. I am tired of getting older, I would have liked to have that one.
I haven't made it as far, so I don't know which one he's referring to. So I can't give you the name, chat. I can't give you the name. But apparently there's an episode where there's a little girl that ate a devil fruit and she doesn't age anymore. I think that's what he wanted. Fair enough. Father's dedicated. Right! That's dedication. Okay, I have another one from Acorn. Will you have pity on Lulu in Nikkei PvP?
No, I don't play the PvP missions. I don't like competitive games. Games should be fun.
My dad's not a competitive guy. So I asked him about sports because we did talk about it in the past when I didn't want to do volleyball anymore. If he had any quarrels with me quitting volleyball because it was, you know, my idea of getting a scholarship, maybe going to America, doing stuff, and I didn't want to do it anymore. And when I talked to him about it, he was very much like, he wasn't very disappointed. He was just sad that I didn't have a hobby or something to do to get my yayas out. So I asked him about sports, if he's interested in competitive sports and stuff like that at all.
I also don't watch sports competitions when it's team sports or versus. I enjoy the Olympics, but I don't like to see people fight when they don't need to.
That's true. He watched the shooting bits of the Olympics. I don't know if that's still going or not, but he was talking about it for a bit yesterday. And I showed him all the memes that came out of it. And we have a theory that a lot of whatever's going on at the Olympics this year was brought into it for memeability. Like the guy who showed up with no protective equipment to the shooting. I think it was the Turkey candidate. Or the person with the minion socks. So there is a theory that a lot of it was for memeability. From Swag, we have another question. Have you heard Lulu's original songs and covers? If yes, do you have any favorites? What do you guys think? The dude from Turkey is a badass? Right! I feel like everything is scripted nowadays. Yeah, you gotta go viral on Twitter! How else? How else will your performance be memorable? For real. So, from Swag's question, have you heard Lulu's original songs and covers? And do you have any favorites?
I have heard all of Lulu's songs. I don't have a Spotify, so I can't show them to anyone, and she asked me not to. I like the Japanese piano one, Lost Ones Weeping, and I like Vital Signs. I don't speak English very well, but I understand the feeling of Vital Signs. When Lulu got really sick some years ago, she wrote poems and lyrics, and I think they are different from Vital Signs, but they feel similar. I like that she deals with her emotions this way.
That's so sweet.
I don't play any instruments and I don't sing, but I can appreciate music. I don't like the Sweet Tooth song and the electronic ones. I like real instruments and voices more.
So he doesn't like Vocaloid.
I hope she makes more real music like that in the future.
That's true. He really didn't like it when I went through a Vocaloid phase when I was younger, and he had to listen to Vocaloid songs in the car all the time. He was not a fan. He's not a Hatsune Miku enjoyer, chat. He's not a Hatsune Miku enjoyer. I do think that he likes Vital Signs. He's asked to listen to it multiple times on the call. Over the speakers. Lost One's Weeping is the piano cover that we did, the one-take one. But my dad doesn't like singing. He doesn't sing with my younger siblings. He doesn't do lullabies. He's not a fan. He's not a fan. It is true. I got really, really sick when I was a teenager. And I've always written lyrics or cringy poems to deal with it. It's wild that he remembered that. That was so long ago. Sweet Tooth is my favorite! I think my dad's just not a fan of electronic music whatsoever. He likes guitars. So it makes sense. Not a fan of Miku, I see. Too bad. Is he getting his major weeb status revoked, chat? Is he getting his major weeb status revoked? That was actually our last question. That was our last question from the Q&A. That was the last one, chat. He's so supportive. He's so sweet. I didn't expect him to like Lulu as the character this much. And I didn't think that he would agree to be on stream in any capacity whatsoever when he first found out. When I showed him the video of where I turned Cav into a VTuber, he was like intrigued. But then he also said that please no more VTubers. Don't tell your siblings. Don't turn any more of your friends into VTubers. Don't do it. That was so sweet. I'm so glad you guys liked it. I know today was a much shorter episode than what we normally do. We kind of breezed right through it, but it's just because everything was so pre-scripted and pre-made for today. I hope Chad will forgive me for that. I'll teach my dad some more English. He has a lot more time to learn, and I hope that in the future he will be able to come onto the podcast and be able to talk, you know, in person. And I'll get to entertainment train him a little bit so he doesn't dox us. We speedrun it! Thank you guys so much for your questions. Thank you guys so much for your questions. I have a closing statement from my dad, but I also do have really, really nice sponsors. Have you guys heard about gamer subs? Have you guys been this awake and speedrun a Q&A with your dad live on stream before? No? Would you like to? Get 10% more for your gamer subs, for your Cash Stunk Money dollars. With !GG in chat, 10% off your gamer subs with code HOLYSHEEP, or check the description below for more information and a discount link. And if you guys do like keyboards and gamepads, if you are a gamer, if you guys want to play Nikke with the gamepad, don't know if that's possible, but if it is, it's surely better with a Turtle Beach gamepad. Comes in Lulu colors too. You can get that little guy in white and purple. You can get your own. You can get your own Lulu colored gamepad. Highly recommended Turtle Beach. Get 10% off your Turtle Beach order with code KROMIA. That's me. Or follow the link in the description below for the discounts. So, my dad has a final closing statement because I asked him for a good outro. Here is what he said.
Thank you for having me on your show, Lulu. I have never listened to a podcast before. I hope you get to bring more friends on your show and one day I will be back.
I'll be back.
I hope none of your siblings become VTubers. I know your brother has been talking about it, but one is enough, I think.
Oh my god!
Thank you, Lamb Chops, for watching my daughter and being her friends. Tell her to eat more often and make sure she does not stream for 2 weeks straight again.
He knew, chat, he knew.
Take good care of her and make sure she pays better attention to the games that she plays.
What?
Don't worry too much about relationships. You are young, you will find someone. Life is stressful sometimes. I am glad you are playing games together and relax together. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and send Lulu your money, so she can buy herself a TV too. Thank you, ba. That
was him. I did not tell him. I did not pay him to say like and subscribe. I don't need a TV, but if you guys want to get a membership to the channel or check out the Twitch stream at any point, I'm usually on the Twitch stream Wednesday to Sunday, 3 p.m. BST, 10 a.m. Eastern Time for the Burgerlanders on the East Coast. Maybe one day my dad will make another cameo. Who knows? Who knows? I will see you guys for the next SHEEPIUM podcast at the end of the month because I'll be going on a little break. That's true. In 10 days, I'll be going on a couple of days off. I'll be having reduced stream capacity. I'll still be here, on the week of the 19th of August to the 24th at Wednesday. The usual time for a short stream, and then for a regular length stream on the Sunday when I'm back from my break, because my dad and some of my siblings are visiting. I'm gonna get to host all of my family in my tiny, tiny house. And I want to spend some time with them because I haven't seen them in person for a very long time. And I want to go and use some of the summertime to go and say hello to everyone, hang out with everyone, and make some good memories. And chat, if you guys get a chance to do that, please do the same. I want to thank my wonderful lamb chops for making it possible by raising so much money during the last reverse sheepathon that I could go and bring everyone over and say hello to everyone and show them my new hometown where I live now, and give everyone a nice tour of the Britlands. Heck yeah. Thank you for today, chat. Thank you, wonderful mods. Thank you, chat, for submitting your questions. Thank you, Dad, for being here with me. That's all for the SHEEPIUM podcast for today. Thank you for listening, and make sure to go and check out some other episodes and our wonderful sponsors. As always, I wish all of my rams a wonderful good night. Don't let the degenerates bite you. I love you. You're valid. Goodbye and good night. Thank you, lamb tops. Bye-bye.